Hello. Surfing f***ing sucks. I'm the shore break tenant. I've been surfing all my life and I'm going to tell you why. Let's go. 5 reasons. 1. There's too many people out there. There'll be 2 waves coming through every 15 minutes. You'll still have 20 dogs on the wave. It's not good enough. It's not fun. The maths doesn't add up. Every set that passes through that we don't get a wave on is another one of the 1,000 cuts that is surfing. It's hard and it's mean and it's not that much fun at times. And if you do make the effort and you want to try and get away from the crowds, it's going to cost you hours of driving and it's not going to be worth it. It's going to be half as good and it's probably going to be crowded anyway. This is going to affect you in one of 2 ways. If you're the local legend trying to surf the spot you've grown up on all your life, well, you're going to get crowded out by amateurs who don't really have the seniority to take over your spot, but they can do, so they do anyway, combined with travelers who have a 10x effect on the lineup because they're probably pretty savage. Or if you are that savage traveler, you're going to get hated on by the locals for coming into their spot, and you're going to have to deal with the amateurs as well. I have only covered 2 perspectives in this video. Amateurs, whitewater does you fine. You don't really need to worry about crowds. Just keep trying to hit us in the head. There are so many different sports in which you would be so welcome to join and they'd be so happy to have you. But here we are, all defending our patch like a Snickers in a famine. Reason number 2 is time. Everyone wants to tell you how important your time is, except anyone in the surf industry or anyone in YouTube. This takes way too long. Someone watch this, please. The amount of time I've spent looking at the horizon from the ocean, you'd think I'd have found a lot more inner peace than this. Thank you, surfing. With your help, I've made no forward life progress and made 0 contacts that'll help me get to where I need to be. Don't believe that. It's all my fault. It's fine. The surfing media has done a good job of making us believe that surfing is the pursuit of something deep, with disembodied voices of pros playing over disembodied footage of pros getting shacked and drinking from coconuts. Truth is, you're just playing with physics, man. You're like a toddler getting hucked in the air by a proud dad who's going to have a stern word from his wife about being a protector of their child later that night. Number 3, the scene. There used to be a scene. There used to be people, and they'd group together because there were so many people that disapproved that they had to form a bond to weather that disapproval. They were like this. Now they're not. Now everyone just hates each other. No one talks. It's quiet in the lineup. I miss you all. Now, with a careful injection of cash that's benefited surfers in no way whatsoever, marketing has made surfing boom and everyone surfs. And as we've all seen from anything, everyone can't get along. And that's fine and all. Come surf. I'm not going to try and stop you. You're welcome. But surfing lacks where other things have got it going on. Like, there's a couple of other sports I do. I'm not going to tell you about them, so I don't want you crowding them out too. But there's a deep brotherhood there that is clearly not in surfing. Surfing does not have that. Those things, I'd help them move. I'd, teach them for hours on the thing. Whereas, it's generally not going to happen for you in surfing. No one's going to open up that door. In surfing, there's no need for collaboration or cooperation. There's no barriers to entry except for a few $100 and geographical limitations, so, who needs friends? If you were to follow soccer in England, a pisshead named Baz would probably headbutt a stranger just to defend the honour of your team. If you were to go surfing in Australia, someone would probably stop you drowning. Probably. You don't need a scene in surfing anymore. There's nothing to fight against, and what are you going to talk about? The weather? Surfboards? I mean, they're all perfect now, and if you do need advice, you can just ask people like me or that guy that quit 6 years ago on YouTube. There's nothing to brag about. There's no scores or lap times, since surfing is totally subjective. F*** it. Point number 4 about why surfing sucks is that there is no point in surfing. There's a lot of things you can do in which you have fun and you at least prove something. Or maybe you catch a fish. You catch the wave, surf it, paddle back, and in doing so you prove that, like countless others, you can conquer the helpless water that tumbles over coincidental land formations, as which it has done for thousands of years. Good for you. In most other sports, they're proving something against the most dangerous prey of all, mankind. But no! Like me, you've switched the game to easy mode, the thing you are most familiar with in this world, that you're 98% constructed from, that you've consumed since birth. You want to be able to say, I can handle that. Good job. Off. It's only... There we go. Can't buy what you can't see. Covered in sand. Number 5. I think it's the last one I've got for you guys. Surfing sucks because it's passive aggressive as fuck. What do I mean by this? Well, I think, and this is a controversial opinion, but I think that surfing is closest to, not any other sport, I think it's closest to bipartisan politics. We're all fighting towards a common goal, surfing waves. But does it really matter if someone else surfs the wave? Maybe if you're their photographer, if you're their mate, but generally it does not matter to you. You don't care. You might not even want it. Maybe you get jealous. Bipartisan politics. They're all working together. They're all working together towards the same thing, but it only benefits them if they're the ones with the headline articles. If they're the ones, or if we're the ones catching the wave. The crux of surfing is the lineup. It's when you're waiting for the waves to come to you. And it's how you behave in that lineup that really matters. That is the true game of surfing. It's a game of shifty sales tactics if you're playing to win, where bending or breaking the rules will get you an advantage. Do you bum rush the pack or wait your turn? Do you paddle for a wave that you don't want so that you can fool the guy with priority to go for it? Do you cut the leg rope of the new guy with the board that looks like the 67 Chevy and tell him to go back to the valley? These are all valid questions in the game of surfing. The better you do at surfing, meaning the more waves you catch, the more you're going to have to suppress that impulse to do the right thing and wait your turn. You might be able to get a fair amount of waves while doing the right thing, but in a packed out lineup, I'm not sure you will. And there's no sport-altered state where a little bit of pushing and shoving to win out is going to be within the rule set. Do that and you're going to get in trouble with the law. This makes the real game of surfing passive-aggressive to its core. It's all about how far someone's willing to go to get what they want and stand on other people to get that. Because of this, tension rises as we're all watching each other to see who's going to step over that line and do something we don't like. Anyway, that's it from me today, you legends. Thanks for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it. Give me a like if you did. I really appreciate that. That helps a lot. If you see me out, don't expect this sort of negative energy from me all the time, at least. I mean, my ex is currently sleeping with my neighbor, which is bringing out some weird emotions. And so I thought the best thing for me to do would be to, as a parent to my soon-to-be subscribers, I'd pass that negative energy on to you. Seemed the right thing to do. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'm going surfing. Goodbye.